How's it going, everybody? So this is kind of my 2 weeks recap, longer video here. Just kind of talk about what's happened over this last week. My week 2, and then just sort of maybe a little bit serious later on into the video. The second week has been great. We got our Meta glasses. Let me see if I can find them. Show glasses we bought. We've been making some videos with them. Pretty sweet. Really been enjoying those. That was probably one of the highlights of my second week here. Was buying these so I can start making other videos and stuff with them. Super cool. Really love them so far. They do all sorts of cool shit, take photos and things like that. So we did that. Went over to the parents' house, helped them move a little bit. So for me, I quit alcohol, cocaine, and cigarettes all in the same day. And I had tried to quit a lot of times before. A lot of times. And I would always make it to about like day 2, day 3, and then I would break. I just couldn't get past that like hump right there. And I tried and tried and tried. And for me, what ended up happening and working was the gym, honestly. The gym really kind of has saved my life. I would get to work. And usually when I got out of work, you know how your brain works. Like you think about that Coke all the time when you're going on that long, right? It's always in the back of your head. You want to do whatever your thing was, right? And for me, after work, it would be the strongest because that was my cycle. I would get out of work. That would mean I've done good. I've done what I'm supposed to do today. And now it's time for my reward. And I would go and get fucked up. So it would be the strongest urge would be right when I got out of work. Like it was so hard for me to go home and to not go to my person's house or to the store and buy, what I didn't want to buy. Miserable. I mean, just absolutely miserable. So what helped was I would go to the gym for like 3 hours and just work myself to literal exhaustion where I couldn't think about doing anything else. It would clear my mind enough that I could get home. I'd be exhausted. And it would kind of give me that dopamine, serotonin hit that I needed to like satisfy myself, right? To keep my brain from, going crazy. Because that's the worst part, like day 3, day 4 for me, like I wake up and it's all I can think about. It's just, all I want to do is fucking drugs and alcohol. And it was miserable. I know I made it look not so miserable in the videos, of course. Nobody wants to really see some guy having a mental breakdown online, but it was tough. It was not fun, dude. I mean, it was an absolute struggle. But then also what helped is once I got to that day like 5, day 6, that's the longest. Truthfully, day 5 is probably the longest, maybe even day 4. It was the longest I had gone in 12 years, right? It had been a very long time and a lot of failed attempts. So once I hit that day 5, day 6 marker, I really started to believe. I was like, I can freaking do this shit, right? Like I got this. Like I can make it longer. Like, let's see how far we can go. And because of circumstances, and I'm living alone now, so the person that I used to really party with wasn't here to like, not that it was their fault, we both had signed up for this, but wasn't here to party. So there was nothing in the house that was making me want to party, right? I just had to get home and not stop over at that store, you know what I mean? Or at my at my person's house. So that really helps. And then I started thinking even more about it, and it really clicked me even more just the other day when I went over to my parents and was helping them move, is like, my parents are getting older. And God forbid, heaven forbid something happens to them. I need to fucking be able to be there to help them. And, that really made me just think like, bro, you can't be just doing this shit all the time. Be strung out on the couch, drunk, whatever, screwed up out of your mind, not able to help. Like, God forbid, like, they need you to, like, lock in, right? Like, they're getting up there in age slowly, and you need to be able to take care of them if, God forbid, something happens. And that just really lit, like, a fire up under my ass. Like, I was like, this is serious, and I need to stop screwing around. I'm about to be 32, you know what I mean? Like, I got things I want to do in life, things I want to accomplish, and you're wasting it all, right? We're just pissing it away here. So much money, so much time, and that really got me going as well. So between the gym and that was a lot of my motivation. But the gym is what helped the most. Just the working myself out to absolute exhaustion where I didn't want to do anything else but just go home and sleep. Just really, really helped for my first week, first 5, 6 days. Like that was how I kept my mind off of doing this shit and working every day, right? Just working every single day. and trying to fill my day up with as much stuff to do. Because I won't do this stuff before I go to work. I was good enough to, I wouldn't get fucked up before I go to work. So if I had to work in the evening, I would make it to work, and then I would just go to the gym and batter myself to the point of exhaustion. And it really helped too that I did. I would say try to talk to somebody, see if you can find a gym partner, right? Just somebody to bullshit with. And that came in the form of one of my coworkers, my buddy now, good friend Tanner. He was showing me how, he's pretty fit himself. So he was showing me like what I should do and the exercises and all that kind of thing. And that just really, really helped. Because those fucking urges are no joke, dude. Your mind fights you, and it fights you hard. It wants that dopamine. It wants you to do that shit. And I still get those. It's come out of nowhere. It just comes in waves sometimes. And I absolutely am still getting them. I'm not trying to say like I'm just good now. I certainly am not. Anytime you get sad or happy as an addict, you want to use any excuse your brain tries to tell you you should use. But it definitely is getting easier. I don't wake up and think about it all day at all anymore. I don't even think about it at all. I wake up and the first thing I want to do is I want to make these videos. I want to comment to the people who are replying to me. It's just been great, and then all of the support on YouTube and TikTok has also been absolutely phenomenal, right? Just the people messaging me kind things, telling me about their horrible, tragic stories of their children and stuff like that. It's all very surreal. It's made me very, very grateful to God and to my parents and for, a lot of things in life. I can't thank God enough. That's another thing that really helped is just my turning to my faith into God. I was never a religious person before this, but I've become quite religious. I really want to start going to church. Fortunately, I work Sunday mornings, but I'm working on figuring out like a church that does either night stuff or taking Sunday mornings off and doing nights instead. Tanner, again, his family's involved in, I think, Next Level Church. So I really want to go with him. His family's offered to take me as well. I've met his parents before. So yeah, between God, the gym, and work is just how I kept myself distracted, my mind right, and my mind free from everything. And that's all I really wanted to talk about today, was just kind of give a 2-week update and just kind of talk about how I've made it to at least to this point, and how it's felt. But once you get over that like initial little hump, where at least you don't think about it all day, every day, it's been amazing. My nose is so clear. I can feel from the gym myself getting healthier. Like I'm losing my stomach a little bit. I'm not going to show you. I was about to, but I'm not going to do that to you guys. But it is amazing. We're about to go hit the gym actually here again. It's crazy. I count my calories now. I watch what I eat. Like I feel like I'm a different human. I'm awake right now. Usually if I was awake right now, it would be because I'm on like a 3-day bender, right? Like it's 8:15 in the morning right now. Normally I would never be up this early, but here we are making a video. I've already made a couple earlier. Just absolutely loving life. And people, I was one of those people who's like, what am I going to do in my free time if I stop drinking and doing drugs all the time? And it turns out you'll find something to do. There's lots of shit to do when you're not strung on your couch, unable to leave. Crazy. The world's got lots of things to do. Who could have thought? Who could have thought? But with that said, I am so thankful. I am so blessed, so grateful, so loved to be clean, fit, and sober, and so, so proud of it. And so's Charles. Look at him. He's running around over here because he's so excited. But yes, life is good. I love all you guys. Thank you so much. And we are clean, fit, and sober.